Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Father Day, happy Father Day, happy Father Day to each and every one that's out there. Happy Father to all the good fathers that's out there. And happy Father Day to the mothers that fulfill dual duty, being both mother and father. Hey, folks, listen, man. People don't understand to be a good father. There's no booklet when a child is born, how to be a good father. There's no booklet on how to be a good mother. The difference is right now is what you have to do is you have to learn. You have to learn and understand to have patience, understanding, and learn how to deal with your child. Like to me, a lot of times right now is how can a man be a good father unless they had a good father in their own life? And sometimes right now is if you look at it, even if you didn't have a father, you know how it feel to be neglected. So the difference is when you get the opportunity to become a father, what you seek to do is you seek to learn from your, like what you didn't receive, you seek to make sure that the love that you didn't receive from not having a father, that you able to give that to your child, to your prince, to your princess. And that's the difference. And people do not understand that. It's like, always remember, before you take your private out, you take your wee wee out, and you put in that young lady, always know the outcome, always know the consequences. We know right now, if you go out there and you have sex and you have unprotected sex, chances are you can impregnate that young lady or that woman. And the difference is, if you're gonna be man enough to take your wee wee, your private part out and insert it in her, and you're gonna allow yourself to explode in her, you got to understand within that brief pleasure that you letting out, that you shooting out of your system into her, the possibility it can lead to her giving birth to a child. Once you're able to understand that, guess what? You got to be fully prepared and ready to deal with the responsibility. 9 months later, you got to be fully prepared to become. I don't care you 15, 16, 17, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's like once you get out there and you start like, having kids, you got to be fully prepared taking care of them. Thank you, Serge Kelly. Thank you, thank you. You got to be fully prepared. And a lot of times right now, there's no fun in games. And let's sit back and think about it. I listen to people, and when you listen to people, what they're talking about, oh man, that's a bum chick. Oh man, that's a bum, Negro. So the difference is right now is if you saying that this brother or this sister is, not no good, why are you even dealing with them? Why are you even messing with them? Why are you even having sex with them? Come on. So the difference is you saying out of your own mouth that this chick ain't no good or this brother ain't no good, but you turn around and stick your wee wee into her and you explode and you have a child, then what? A baby's born. So if you're gonna be man and woman enough to make a baby, you gotta be man and woman enough to take care of them. No child asks, raise the hand, I wanna be here. So with that being said, if you talk about you want to go that next level, go ahead, man. Accept full responsibility, man. Accept full responsibility. You can't play no games, man. And the difference is right now is guess what? When you was a child, you thought as a child, you act as a child. But when you became a man, you put away all childish behavior. And that's what we have to do. So the difference is right now is as I'm talking to everybody, on this Father Day, this early, Father Day, what I'm just trying to say right now, if you're gonna be man enough to take your private and insert it into that woman, guess what? You better be man enough to be ready to assume the responsibility of being a father. And the difference is right now is guess what? It's no easy task of being a father. And you gotta ask yourself, how can you take care of a child if you can barely take care of yourself? That's the difference. You gotta be ready. Are you willing to go out there each and every day and punch a clock 9 to 5 to provide for that child, okay, for that woman? Because that's what you're gonna have to do. It's now become you and that woman is family with that child. And the difference is the best thing to do is make that woman an honest woman by jumping the broom. And a lot of times, you know what? You want to have fun. That's not what it's all about. You just out there to have a good time, to get your nut off. Nah, folks, man, we got to be better than that. We got to, desperate people do desperate things. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. Desperate people do desperate things. So the difference is you're not trying to get out there and be desperate. You got to get out there and make sure right now, before you do anything, understanding right now is, if I do this, what is going to be the consequences? Professor, what's up, my brother? Thank you for joining me, man. Thank you for joining me. We got to get together, man. Get you StreamYard so we can go live, man. We can talk about what you want to talk about, man. We can take that to the next level. But the difference right now, folks, we got to be prepared, man. We got to stop setting ourselves up. And another thing, too, is what we have to do is, how do we help each other to get to that next level? How do we help one another? You know, stop hating on one another. How do we learn to build together? Educate one another, empower one another, enlighten each other. That's what life is all about, man. Stop right now with getting out there thinking it's an easy way, thinking it's a fast way, thinking it's a slick way, thinking you can talk your way out of anything. You can't talk your way out of nothing. As I did it earlier, as I say earlier, whatever, only thing come fast in life is trouble. Easy to get into, hard to get out. Okay? Once again, only thing come fast is trouble. It's easy to get into and hard to get out. Trust me, I know. Like I said, I've been getting in and out of trouble basically since I was like, 12, 13 years old? And then right now is, guess what? I used to do a lot of stupid, idiotic stuff. And it was until my 16th birthday, 25 days after my 16th birthday, I got arrested. And we know what? Once again, it became a trickle-down effect. And from the age of like really 14 to 24, I was doing everything. And then right now, from the age of 16 to 33, I was in and out of jail. I lost a total of 15 years out of my life. For what? Nothing. You ain't really doing nothing. Committing crime ain't nothing. Thinking you slick ain't nothing. Want to be a tough guy is nothing. Come on, folks. That mean right now was, guess what? I was in nothing. Because I wanted to take a shortcut. I didn't love me. My self-esteem, I didn't have no self-esteem. I didn't have no character. It was in the gutter. Because that was my mindset. I want the easy way out. I want to do fast, stupid, devious things to make money. I want to destroy my, community, my people. For what? Green, the money green, $1 bill, y'all, $1 bill, y'all, dollar bill, y'all. All money is not good money, okay? All money is not good money. And that's what we got to understand. Even right now, if you're making fast money, you know what? Like I gotta get out there. I got a kid, or I got a 2 kids, or I got 3 kids. 3 different baby mamas. Yo, I need some money. Man, come on, man. Slow your roll. Understanding what is going to be the outcome of everything that you do in life. Before you do anything, knowing what the outcome going to be. Knowing whether the outcome going to be positive or whether the outcome going to be negative. If it's going to be positive, you're good to go. If you know it's going to be negative, Smart man appreciate how you teach the youth the truth. Vincent Herman, man, like I told you right now, I was once the problem. Now when I'm seeking to be part of the solution, man. I was once a lost sheep. I went astray. I went away from my original teaching and upbringing. And it's only because of the grace of God that I'm here today. It's only because of the grace of God. It's only because he's seen the best in me. He's seen the best in me. God seen the best in me when nobody else did. Right now is, guess what? I hit rock bottom. I was at my lowest. I couldn't see nothing. My situation was totally bleak, total darkness. And the difference is right now, I could have laid down, play dead, and die. I could have still been in there, on medication, You know what? Taking my medication, drinking water out of the toilet bowl, going blah, 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 blah out of my mind. But no, no, no. I knew that right now is I had too much to offer. I knew that I was given another opportunity. I could do better things with my life. And that's the difference. That's what happened. I got another chance. And what I did was I stopped picking up that brick and throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. Because I knew that's not what it was all about. That what it wasn't all about. When I went away, my firstborn was 99 days old. Okay? When I went away, I was 24. My son was 99 days old. You know, Bainbridge Street, Brooklyn, born and breathed, Barry Schmidt, okay? Like I told you, my son was 99 days old. So basically, most of the point in time of life, guess what happened? My son used to have to, my wife at the time, my mother, my family, they used to have to bring my son up to see me. You know what I'm saying? Up to see me. From being a little baby to being, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a kid coming to see me. I'm trapped in bondage. And I gotta have my son to build and try to establish a relationship with him. I gotta have him come and see me while I'm incarcerated. It's nothing cool about that, folks. And the difference right now is sometimes from a psychological standpoint, the kids think, oh well, if my dad do it, if my dad was in the street, if my dad was a criminal, if my dad was a drug dealer, if my dad was a stick-up kid, if my dad was a killer, if my dad was, a hustler, I can be that. You know what? Wrong. We setting them up to fail. We have to be better role model for our kids. As father, as men, we have to slow our roll and we have to watch our action and behavior and the things that we do. Because whatever we doing, these boys, these girls, they're gonna mark us. Because they want to be like their dad. They want to be like their mom. And they're gonna mark, they're gonna watch. And in their mind, what they doing is taking note. My dad did this. 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 If my dad did this and it was cool and it was acceptable, then I'm gonna do it. Bobby Jr. gonna do that. Ricky Jr. gonna do that. Thomas Jr. gonna do that. Henry Jr. gonna do that. Michael Jr. gonna do that. Tim Jr. gonna do that. Nah, folks, that is not what it's all about. You know why? Because once again, right now, what we have to get them, if you know better, you have to do better. And the difference is right now, for the most part, most of us, I don't care what anybody say, most of us was raised by a good mother. And probably 50% of us was raised was good mother and good father in our life at the same time. Baby Sam or Fat Cat, who had more juice and money? I have to say Fat Cat. Fat Cat, Fat Cat was Fat Cat. And the difference is right now was, guess what? Sit back and think about it. At an older individual, from Baby Sam to Fat Cat to Delray Uzi Edwards to Rayford Edmonds to anybody that was out there that's supposed to be big. Okay, what they got now? What do they have now? Just because you was out there and you had it then, what do you have now? What do they have now? Baby Sam got life. Fat Cat, hopefully, like I said right now, is he got life, but hopefully the parole board show compassion on him. And right now he's able to get out and be able to go to Florida and do his time and walk out of there. That's what you gotta look at and sit back and think about it. Sometime we can make a mistake at an early age. Enough respect, shout out from St. Thomas. What's up? Rich kid, Richie. But hey folks, sometime right now is we can make that fatal mistake at an early age, and we're gonna pay for the rest of our life. Look at Dave McCleary, okay? Look at Philip Copeland. Look at Todd Scott. Look at Scott Cobb. Those dudes was like right now 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Period. You ordered my book. Did you order it through me? The email, Brian, Brian Gibbs, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Did you order your signed copy? If you order your signed copy from me, I'll throw in Straight from the Street Volume 1 or Straight from the Street Volume 2 audiobook, your choice. I'll send that. Hey folks, listen, what I'm just trying to say right now is this, man. We gotta learn to love each other. We gotta learn to be respectful of each other, and we gotta know how we're gonna grow together. And that's the difference. And the bottom line is right now was even when they had that Million Man March and all the brothers went down there, okay? That Million Man March, you talking about very, very powerful. But the difference is, what have we learned from that years later? Some people say Supreme is Father 50 Cent. You know what, like I say, Haggy Isaac, I don't know. I wasn't there, I wasn't around, and it's the same. Mama baby, Papa maybe, okay? Mama baby, Papa maybe. So I don't know nothing about that. You know, who knows? Who knows? Okay, do you remember Breaktown? You talking about Jersey? Do you remember Breaktown? You talking about Jersey? Hey, folks, listen. Happy Father Day. Brian, you saw that shooting of the Bronx young boy ran. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I saw that out there, whatever. That's like sick, man. But the bottom line is right now, always remember, you killed my uncle, but I forgive you. Jeremy King, okay. First of all, who's your uncle? And right now, I'm sorry. Like I said right now, anybody that I killed or I gave the order to have killed, I'm sorry. My deepest condolences, my deepest apology. And right now is, you know, just like I said right now, it's no excuse. It's no excuse. Because what I did is I inflicted bodily harm towards another individual. But not only did I inflict that bodily harm, what I did was I destroyed other lives that was directly affected by the hit. Anytime a family member lose someone, that is deep. Like I tell you right now, when I lost my mother, I understand. Jersey King, who is your uncle? I understand you're a changed man, but who's your uncle? Please clarify that, man. Like I said right now, it took the death of my mother. When my mother died, it just took the death of her to help me to understand the pain and the suffering that I was responsible for, inflicted upon the victim and the victim family. Mr. Righteous Path, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you. And right now, with that type of pain, you don't wish upon your worst enemy, man. And that's what people do not understand. People do not understand. You're from Queens or other area. No, I was from Brooklyn. Hey, God. Isaac, I was from Brooklyn, but I used to be in Queens. Like I say, folks, listen. Bricktown is right near Liberty Park. Bricktown is right near Liberty Park. Where's Liberty Park at? I'm not trying to be the wise guy, but my sense of direction is like bad. Very, very bad. Always been bad. Hey, but listen, folks. Happy Father Day to all the fathers, all the great fathers that's out there. Those that not great father, you know what? Seek to rebuild that relationship with your kid. Seek to rebuild. It's not too late. It's not too late to make amends. Like I say, it's never, never, ever too late. 170th Street. You know, it's never too late, folks. Like I say, listen, hit the like button, subscribe, share. This is my ministry. If I can change, trust me when I say anybody can change. You know why? Happy Father's Day. Unique Mecca Audio, how you doing, man? Happy Father's Day to you, man. Happy Father's Day to you, man. Did you ever met Jay-Z in the street? No, I never. Daniel, I never met Jay-Z in the street. Jay-Z was a few years younger. Olivia Avenue. Yeah, Jay-Z was a few years younger when they came along, when they came about. Nah, I never met him. I never met Jay-Z. How can young boys survive the summer in New York City? If it's beef outside. You know, AZ, how they can survive, man? By staying away from that nonsense, man. Just because outside's outside, the difference is right now, you don't have to stay around that outside. You don't have to stay around that same environment. What you have to do is, how do you learn to remove yourself from that type of particular environment? When you become an endangered species, it's time to leave. It's time to leave. When you know they gunning for you, it's time to leave. It's no back and forth or whatever. It's like right now, how do I know and understand? Like, guess what? Listen, man, here it is. I want to survive. I want more to life. I want to live. But the difference is, you already know, if you stay in that particular area, chances are you're going to get hit. StreamYard account set up. Okay, man. Let me know when you're ready, my brother. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Kelly in the house. Kelly in the house. Hey, Professor, man. Happy Father's Day, Professor. And all the fathers that's out there, happy Father's Day. All the mothers that's out there doing dual duties, happy Father's Day to you, too. Did anyone ever come for you? What you mean by that, Kelly? Did anyone ever come for me? What do you mean by that? That's like a trick question, you know? I had enemies, and all my enemies shot at. I really don't want to say his name. He was in the street, and I understand he was an angel. I understand that, man, but DM me, man. I don't, DM me, email me at Brian, BRIAN, Gibbs, GIBBS, 1201 at yahoo.com. Same to you and all fathers. Yeah, man, yeah. But the difference is, like I say, folks, listen, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. Want your head on a platter. Hey, Kelly, yeah, a lot of people wanted my head on a platter, you know. A lot of people wanted my head on a platter. Like they want to make it hog head cheese. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to your father. But yeah, a lot of people wanted my head on a platter. And you know what? It's always being aware you're surrounded. Was King Allah the most feared gang? Was King Allah the most feared gangster in Brooklyn? Who feared King Allah? I never knew anybody that feared King Allah. He did some devious stuff. He kidnapped Fat Cat wife, but I never knew anybody being feared of him or whatever. Can you say anything else about Akbar Prey, man? Akbar Prey, man, was a hell of a brother, man. He was more or less, like I told you when I met Akbar Prey, was like a father figure, man. Unique Audio is a serious guy also, okay. Yeah, Akbar is a hell of a guy, man. Hopefully he get out, man. Have you seen Lou Hobbs since he came home? Nah. AZBK, no, I haven't seen Lou Hobbs. I've seen some pictures from Lou Hobbs or whatever, but I haven't seen Lou Hobbs. My man Bostic. Who's your man Bostic? Oh yeah, Bostic he had a troubled life, man. He had a troubled life. Hey folks, listen. All the fathers, happy Father's Day. All the mother assuming the role of both mother and father, happy Father's Day to you. All the brothers and sisters out there, thank you for joining me. Like I said right now, hey, subscribe to the Brian Glaze Gibbs YouTube channel, and please share. If you like what I'm saying, please share. Happy Father's Day. Smoke a nice olive B on Haraki Patel, DKOME, OKRS. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, AZBK. Hey, listen, like I told you right now, folks, like, thank you for joining me. I gotta go see my father, Barry Smith. Happy Father's Day to you, bro. Like I said, I gotta go see my father. And folks, listen, it's never too late. Never too late to make amends with your father. With your, I need another t-shirt. You go to Teespring. Never too late to make amends. You know, clean things up with your father, with your grandfather, with your mother, with your grandmother, with your brothers, with your sister, with your wife, with your kids. The difference is right now, it's never too late to clean that stuff up. We can do it. But the difference is right now, we got to know I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. And if God be for me, who can be against me? And those are the things that you have to keep in mind. You have to keep swinging. Keep swinging at life. Keep swinging at life. Don't never give up, man. Don't surrender. Don't surrender to negativity. Don't surrender to nonsense. Don't surrender to, people coming at you in a forced way. Nah, don't surrender. Don't surrender. You just pump your fist in the air, you know. Okay, we'll do. Hard feelings was a baby. Okay, like I said right now, once again, Jersey King, my deepest condolences or whatever. At Glaze, when you know K-Born, Glaze, you know K-Born from East New York? Righteous path, not offhand. I know a lot of people by their government name or by faces. When you grow up too hard situation, like your past, it can make you cold-blooded. Do you remember, oh man, the LeGrand? Yeah, they did a big story about that family, man. They did a big story about the LeGrand family. They did a hell of a story, a big story about them or whatever. They used to do some, they had a whole block out there, with houses and different things or whatever, Yeah, that was a deep case. That was different, And like you sit back and you think about it, nobody even think about them. You don't even hear nothing about them at all. So that was definitely. I'll probably look into that and probably try to do a story on that. That was deep. Used to hang out at the rooftop in Harlem. No, I never used to hang out at the rooftop in Harlem. No, I never hung out at the rooftop. The problem back then, Mr. Glaze, the Peterkins in Cyprus. Yeah, I know the Peterkins. I know the Peterkins in Cyprus. Their family was so big that they had to take 2 apartments and make it in 1. It's funny. I ran into Good Brother. He was a Peterkin. And I was out in Colorado at the time. And I was at the outlet. And I was at the Timberland store with my daughter. And I was trying to get some things done because she was having a party before I was going out to Vegas for All-Star Weekend. So here it is. I was out there in Castle Rock, Colorado. And these brothers in there, 2 brothers. And they talking mad stuff. And they talking about this, that, or whatever. So finally, I just stopped them, man. I'm like, where y'all guys from? They said, East Coast. I said, where at East Coast? And they was talking about Philly, Pennsylvania, or whatever. Then they say New York. I said, where at in East New York? So the dude say such and such, such and such, such, and then he say East New York. I said, okay, cool. What do you know about East New York? So he said, well, and I guess he kind of got startled by that. So he telling me, well, he know about this, or whatever, he say Cypress. No, he say Linden House, Linden Boulevard, Cypress. I said, what you know about Cypress? And I'm saying, period. He said, what you know? I said, you let me know what you want to hear about. Okay, cool. 2 apartments into 1. My Peterkin. If you fought one, you fought them all. So he go like this right now. I said, what you want to know about? I said, do you want to know about Sutter, Euclid, Fountain, or Linden Boulevard? So he like, whoa. He said, well, what you know about, he start talking about buildings or whatever. I said, right now, 455. I used to live in 455. I said, last time I went to the apartment, last time I went there, I knocked on the door. Tuck mother came to the door. And when she opened it, she started crying. And one of the last words she told me, listen, if you have to come back here to see me, don't come. I'd rather you call, okay? So now, you're like, whoa, you know Tut? I said, come on, man. I grew up with them. I used to live in that building on the 6th floor. Then he like, well, if I mention the Peterkin, what would you say? I said, they family's so big that they took 2 apartments and made it into 1. He was like mind boggled about that. It's a small world, people. It's a small world. The difference is you don't know who know what. You don't know. And that's what people got to understand. You don't know anything. You might think you know, but you don't know. Bam's truth failure. I see the Brooklyn Nets. Right now, everybody had them count them in as far as going to the NBA final. Right now, Milwaukee dust them off. Milwaukee overcome the adversity, and they are the GOAT. True favorite Dumont Avenue. In fact, you didn't know who's who for. You're right. You didn't know who's who, but that's the difference. Hey, listen, folks. Happy Father Day, Cleveland, New Lots. Hey, folks. Happy Father Day. And may you be blessed with many, many more. Happy Father Day to all the good father. Happy Father Day to all the fathers that want to be like father, that need to work on being good father and learning how to be a good father. And basically right now, with like peace, love, and tranquility. And happy Father Day. Be safe. One love.